Stop Asian hate. How has the pandemic led to an increase in Asian hate? By Jasmine Fong. Asian hate crime increase. From CNN reported more than 10,000 people reported to law enforcement last year that they were the victim of a hate crime because of their race or ethnicity, sexual orientation, gender, religion, or disability. A number that has been on the rise in recent years. According to FBI annual hate crime statistic reports, FBI says hate crimes report in the U.S. surged to the highest level in 12 years. The FBI found more than 7,700 criminal hate crimes incidents that reported to the FBI in 2020, an increase of about 450 incidents over 2019. A recent report by Coalition Tracking Racism and Discrimination Against Asian Americans showed that there were at least 4,533 incidents in the first 6 months of the summer of 2021. New York Police Department crime statistics released in December 2021 showed a 361% increase in anti-Asian attacks compared to the year before. According to the head of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI Director Christopher Wray wrote a letter to law enforcement warning of a potential surge in hate crimes against Asian Americans. He said the FBI assesses hate crimes incidents against Asian Americans likely will surge across the United States due to the spread of coronavirus disease, endangering Asian American communities, according to the FBI intelligence report obtained by ABC News. The FBI makes this assessment based on the assumption that a portion of the U.S. public will associate COVID-19 with China and Asian American populations. Asians have been targeted during the COVID-19 pandemic amid. The attack is part of the ongoing wave of anti-Asian bias happening across the United States since last year. Here on this photo, you can see anti-Asian hate crimes rose 73% last year, updated FBI data says. And this photo is on October 25, 2021. New York Police Department reports 361% increase in anti-Asians. This photo is on December 10, 2021. You can see that from October 25, 2021 to December 2021, how much percent of Asian hate increase was there. Here are some sad stories we found on the news. Police said the 4 suspects attacked the 51-year-old victim on an MTA bus in Bronx. They called her an expletive, said she caused coronavirus, and asked her why she wasn't wearing a mask. New York Police Department Thomas Antony told CNN. One of the suspects struck the woman's head with an umbrella before all 4 of them fled the bus, according to police. The wound required stitches at a local hospital, police said. CNN has previously noted that reports of attacks against Asian people and those appearing to be East Asian have intensified after the novel attack outbreak began in China. The New York Police Department Hate Crime Task Force said it has investigated 11 cases in which Asian victims were targeted due to the coronavirus since the start of the outbreak. In Los Angeles, a woman was berated by a passenger who singled her out on the subway, claiming Chinese people are putrid and responsible for all disease. Tani Jurusapusike, who is Thai American, said the man ranted for about 10 minutes and was specifically looking and gesturing at her. She started recording the tirade as the man lectured another passenger. Every disease has ever came from China, homie, the man said, adding everything comes from China because they're disgusting. Asian communities had been in high alert since the start of the pandemic, where many had been blamed for the virus. A shooting that killed 6 Asian women at spas in the Atlanta area in March 2021 represents another chilling layer of fear that Asian for Asian women. We are so tired of constantly looking around and constantly making sure that no one's behind me and thinking that this is a potential attacker. We just have to mentally prepare that you can't ever let your guard down the minute you step out of your house. This is a picture of an Asian immigrant attacked in Asian hate crime last year and died. This is the Federal Bureau of Investigation hate crime. This is the data from 2020 and it is the current data. As you can see, Asian American Indians or Alaska Natives, their hate crimes is 96. Anti-Arab hate crime is 71. Anti-Asian hate crime is 279. Anti-Ephism hate crime is 8, and anti-bisexual hate crime is 17. As you can see, anti-Asians have the most hate crime, which is 279 among all of these groups. We need to take action. The Asian community has already been in high alert since the start of the pandemic, where many have been blamed for the virus. We are so tired of constantly looking around and constantly making sure that nobody is behind us and thinking this is a potential attacker. We just have to mentally prepare that you can't ever let your guard down the minute you step out of your house. While law enforcement work to stop potential threats, Asian people need to stay together to defend ourselves. In this YouTube video, I will ask for all of your support to stop the hate and the attacks from happening again. We don't want our voices to be ignored. We can express ourselves. The community where we once lived and worked in peace is now surrounded in fear and danger. In a country known for the American dream and freedom, our lives and communities are now under life-threatening threats. By keeping our heads down and hoping for the best, our situation will not change. Let's stay together to display our frustration with Asian hate violence directed toward us. If you want to be with us to stop Asian hate together, please like this video and share with others. Thank you.